about this for a second. Every day, we make thousands of decisions. Studies estimate that we make around 35,000 of them every day. Now, stop to consider. One decision you make today has the potential of changing the rest of your life.
Let's imagine you're at a crossroads. There are two paths before you, and you need to decide which to take. That moment you're in front, you don't know what's on the left side, you don't know what's on the right side. What's happening at that point? You're making a decision that would either make you or a decision that will mar you. And that's why I think it's very important, because we don't know what's at the end of the road, but we have to discuss how to make better decisions.
It's because of the intricacy of this particular topic and how we make decisions every single day. This is why we thought we should share with you a few tips on how to make better decisions or even make hard decisions. Good evening. Your time now is 5:55. My name is Abigail Brown.
And I'm Brown Naya, and this is the
Brown Road Podcast. Yes, you are welcome. So in case you're joining us for the first time, this is the Brown Road Podcast. And if you haven't subscribed, please kindly click on that subscribe button. And also click on the bell notification so you get notified any and every time we drop a new episode.
You can also follow us on Spotify. Just follow us, get updated when we drop new things. See, it doesn't bite.
No, it doesn't.
Just follow. It doesn't.
And when you do that, it means you care about yourself, because we're dropping tea here. This is where you're supposed to be. Let's jump right into the podcast.
Today we're going to be talking about how to make better decisions, or even how to make hard decisions. But there's no how we're going to talk about that without asking why people actually fear making good decisions. It could be emotional influence. Emotional influence like fear. It could be stress. It could be pressure. And so many things. Fear in the sense that, how is it going to end? You've not started, but you're already scared. What if I put all this money in this thing now? What if it now turns to CBEX or MMS or MMM or something like that, and you're scared? So you've not taken that decision, but you're scared. Another one could be pressure. Okay, now there is a project you want to embark on, or there's something you want to purchase or so there is pressure. There's no money, there's no this, and you're like, make I do am, make I not do am. Or you make that mistake by investing that money because of time constraints and a whole lot of things. So it's very important for you to identify these things. By the time you've identified these things, it will help you in actually knowing that there is a need to make better decisions.
Absolutely. Another reason why I think people fear decision making is because some of you have gotten first class degree holders of procrastinations.
Why does that sound personal? Stop.
My deadline junkies, the people who adjourn the big works till later. It's called procrastination. Some people would say, I'll do it later. That's one of the reasons why people haven't made the decisions that matters in the trajectory of their lives, because you always move things to later. I will start the gym next month, and next month comes, don't worry, next month until you are 65. So these are some of the reasons why people find it hard making good decisions. Now we know why. How can you now make better decisions?
I'll start by saying it's very important for you to define your goals and your values as an individual. Now, growing up, there are so many factors that actually influence the decisions that we make. You understand? It could be like our parents, it could be your school teachers, but you've gotten to an age where you need to set values that you stand for as an individual. If not, you will be tossed around by any do and don't. It could be something as little as your job offer at your place of work. What do you stand for? Are there certain things that will happen and they'll say, Abigail Brown, she no worry, no carry and come later. Or are there things that everybody say, just last minute, they can just bring it to you and say, do it, because they know you are always saying yes, you're always saying yes, you're always saying yes. So it's very important. Another thing could be as little as your job. Then who says you cannot say no to an opportunity? You can turn down opportunities if those things are going to misalign with your goals as an individual.
Yeah.
You turn it down. It could be as little as, okay, this job offer is not going to allow you to have time with God, and you're someone that you're coming from a place where nothing must affect the present work that you have with God. So you say, as tempting as this is, imagine it's as much as 900,000 a month, or even over $1 million a month. Be like, as tempting as this is, as huge as this amount is, sorry, it's not going to come in between me and God. So that is you actually making a decision based on your values. Now imagine you didn't have any value, you would just go for anything.
This is why it's important to have goals and values. Yes. And I think what will come next on that list is to weigh your cost and benefits of doing something, and also weigh your cost and benefits of not doing it. So now, doing something will cost you something. Not doing something would also cost you something, sometimes even more than doing that. So it's like you have part A that has catastrophes in it. Part B also has catastrophes. So there is no part without catastrophes. So why not pick your catastrophe well? However you choose to decide, you will still face the consequences of your decision. Let me give you a quick example. Say someone who decides not to go to the gym. Trust me, there are costs.
But you always say gym.
I'm using something that is relatable to me. I go to the gym. So someone who says, I'm not going to the gym, it has its advantages and it has its disadvantages. Advantages of not going to the gym: you save more money, you do not spend money on gym subscription. Advantages of not going to the gym: you can decide to lie on your couch and slouch and binge watch your best Netflix movie for the rest of your entire life. Advantages of not going to the gym: you do not wake up every day sore, your body is aching because you're eating. These things have advantages.
Actually thought about
it does. Disadvantages of not going to the gym, we all know what the disadvantages are. So you will compare and contrast what are the advantages and disadvantages of doing something, and what are the benefits and costs of not doing it. Guess what? You are screwed anyways you decide to go. So pick your own screw.
Pick your battles wisely.
So always learn to weigh your options, weigh the pros and the cons. This will help you pick the decision that best fits what you intend to do later in life.
Oh my God, I feel like I just attended this seminar.
Absolutely, I'm preaching.
I need to hire you.
Right?
All right. So another thing you need to know when it comes to actually making decision is it's good to gather different perspectives. I know. It's not bad for you to trust your gut. Trust me. Trust your gut. Do what your mind says, tells you to do. But by the time you begin to get different perspectives on how to do something, guess what? You'll be able to spot blind spots. You'll be able to notice blind spots, because you'll be like, this person said this person said this. Why is this one different? I've sought advice from different people, and they all have different things to say. Why is this particular one different? You will find yourself taking a pause and reflecting better. Now you're able to compare and contrast. By the time you sought the advice of different people, like I said, it helps you spot blind spots. You'll be able to make better decisions.
Absolutely. I think another point we should touch on is think long term. Now our brain naturally tilts towards instant gratification. That's dopamine hits, like, okay, I want to do it now without thinking. If you start to position your mind to think long term, it's called regret minimization. Would I regret this action 10 years from now? Let me give you a simple example. Choosing to pick chocolate cake for breakfast
Yeah.
over a healthy meal. Now, it's not that one is bad and one is good. They're both good options. If you eat chocolate cake, you feel happy, you feel good, you like the sweetness. But when you start to think with regret minimization, 10 years from now, how would eating chocolate cake for breakfast affect me? Affects me physically? Would it help me? Would it deviate? Will I deviate from my fitness journey? Would that help me lose weight? Would that help me add weight? So when you start to picture things like that, you know that you should think long term. Another example is buying a new car. Come on, everybody loves cars. We love new cars. The way your neighbors will look at you, they will say, Chibuzo, don't go buy a car. You get, they start feeling. But if you check your finances and you cannot conveniently afford that car, there is no need buying a new car.
Buying the new car. You have to own this car. You have to maintain
Absolutely.
this car.
That's why it's always good to see the big picture. Think about it. Netflix, they keyed into this very quickly. When they tilted and stuck to the streaming way of production of movies. Unlike blockbusters that were stuck with their videotapes and CDs, and it doesn't trend anymore. So Netflix was able to move with the trend, to see the big picture, to think ahead, think in the long run and say, no, we can do something like streaming. And that is what is working right now. So you need to understand that your options has the potential to affect you in the long run.
Reminds me of, there was one time last month when I told you that I wanted to do this thing, that I told you about one particular business I wanted to invest money in.
Yes.
That clothing.
And
you told me, Naya, I don't think you should. Why not you?
I always don't think.
Why not you just
I always don't think she should do something.
This money you want to invest in this thing, why not invest it into what you already have?
Yes.
That is better. That is daily consumption.
Yes.
This one is a trend, it's a fashion trend that will definitely go. And another one will take over,
Absolutely.
will definitely take over. So it's very important for you to think
very important. About thinking long term, there's something we call post-mortem. This is something we do after we have made a decision. After maybe we have failed. Okay, why did we fail? What can we do better to make it not happen next time? Now let me introduce the concept of not post-mortem, but pre-mortem. It is the act of thinking of a situation, a decision, or a project you want to work on. Now think that you have already failed. Now think of ways you can correct that. How can you correct that sickness that you will face later in life, those old age related chronic diseases? How can you correct them from now? That is pre-mortem. Working ahead of your time.
I like how you said
this doesn't mean that you eliminate risk. It means you mitigate it. You reduce the chances of some things happening from the decisions you make from today, just by thinking
ahead. I like the way you said it, that think like you've already failed.
Yes.
If you think that way, you would make that. Do you know that some of us, we have very poor decisions when it comes to choosing a partner? We all believe that we can change these people. We believe that we can change them. Think about the long-term goals. Does this person have a way of managing stress? Okay, if we get married, will the person leave the whole stress of childbearing, of training the children, just go to work, come back, I'll go to work, I'll come back, I'll make dinner, I'll make sure the kids do their assignments, I'll make sure I give them food to eat, they will sleep, I will do activities, wake up the next morning. You think about all these things. You hope to get married at most next year or in the next 2 years. That's your personal goal, your personal decision. And this person is like, oh, my marriage is not in the picture for me. That is clear for you to know. I don't want this person in my life. Like, it's very, very simple. The person has told you. Not when you now go into the relationship, you now be like, time is going on, are we not going together? And the person is like, well, I told you I wasn't ready. I told you I wasn't ready.
Like some people that I know.
By the way you think,
I didn't say anything. Why?
Like how? By the time you think long term, you definitely make better decisions.
Absolutely. Like we said earlier, this is not, it doesn't, life happens. Nobody knows tomorrow. Nobody knows the future.
Yeah.
But this does not help you to eliminate risk. It just helps you to make more informed decisions and also understand the potential consequences of your decisions.
Yeah.
That way you make better choices. I hope with everything we have said, we haven't said so much, but we have been able to convince you that there are certain steps that you can take in life to help your future, to shape your future, to make it look somewhat a better future for you.
Well, you said it all. Now it's time for you to take the actions. It's one thing to hear, it's another thing to do, it's another thing to put in practice all that you've heard. Like we said earlier, do well to turn on
the subscribe button, yes,
and get notified whenever.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for your love on our previous video.
Thank you
So much. Send a shout out to Islamia of Ibadan. We saw your comments, we love it. Thank you
so much. Let's do this again on the next episode, where we'll keep dropping teas and bundles of knowledge, as we always do on the Brown Room podcast.
Okay, yes, and of course, let's not forget giving a shout out to Olami Studios. Yes,
shout out to Olami Studios, the beautiful studio that you see,
like
aesthetically pleasing. Love it.
You want your gadgets, you want to rent gadgets for events or a podcast session like us, you can always come to Bodija. We're in the heart of Bodija.
Absolutely.
Number 22 Adenuga Street off Kongi. You see Olami Studios there.
Absolutely. All right. That being said, my name is Abigail Brown.
And I'm Brown Naya.
And go make that decision today.
Bye.
Bye.